Jim Small made the arm about 7mm longer, which made one-hand steer much easier. Welcome to Big Sun Hobbies. In my previous video, I talked about modifying the GT5 transmitter to use a 1300 milliamp Lipo battery in place of AA batteries for convenience use. Following the video, I had quite a few folks ask about some of the changes that I've done to my GT5 transmitter. Today, I'll talk about the top 3 mods that made my GT5 transmitter more user-friendly. I'll have the links listed in the description for your convenience, so let's get started. My number 3 mod is the FlySky FS-GT5 Upgrades, thumb steering, menu knob, and aux channel knobs by Such Tragedy. This is a free 3D print file uploaded by Such Tragedy on Thingiverse. There are 3 files included: files for the thumb steering, menu knob, and the aux channel knob. The GT5 thumb steer attaches to the wheel under the foam and is secured with either double-sided tape or tape around the wheel. I used this for several months. It was easy to mount and made the thumb steering much easier. But after several months of use, I decided to look for other options. It was a little flimsy, especially with the double-sided tape, and it was just a bit too short for my thumb. So I personally would not recommend the thumb steer. On the other hand, both the menu knob and the aux channel knob have worked really well, and I would highly recommend them. The GT5 navigation manual wheel replacement is an easier to use manual wheel. It replaces the finicky finger wheel. You simply remove the stock finger wheel by prying up under the wheel until it comes out, and then press on the new wheel onto the pin. The functionality is the same, however it allows much easier use of the menu wheel. The GT5 aux channel replacement knob is a larger knob and designed in a way to make it easy to turn with just one finger. This works especially well with the aux 6 knob because it makes it possible to turn the knob with your steering hand while driving, which is a big plus for those wanting to use the wheel or steer. You simply remove the stock knob just by pulling them up until it comes out and then press the new knob onto the pin. My number 2 is the Lipo Battery Mod. This topic has been already covered on my previous video, so I won't go into too much details on it. I'll provide a link to the video on the top right, so please take a look at it. That being said, I feel that the 1300 mAh Lipo Battery Mod has made the GT5 transmitter much more useful. I am easily able to see the battery level and charge it up when needed. It makes it easier to plug in and disconnect the JSD connector. With a stock hole, I had a hard time putting in and taking it out. And with 1300 mAh, I get enough runtime that I don't really worry about runtimes anymore, and I don't have to carry extra AA batteries around. Since my modification over a year ago, there are now more options though. The biggest battery that was offered at the time was 650 mAh, which I felt was too small. But now there is 50 mAh option that will fit the battery tray without modification, so it should be a no-brainer. My number 1 mod is the FlySky GT5 Thumb Wheel Remix by Jim Small. Ultimately, I ended up going with this solution for thumb steer on my GT5 transmitter. This version is a remix of the FlySky GT5 thumb steering by Stomper XJ. Jim Small made the arm about 7mm longer, which made one-hand steer much easier. I printed at 0.20 resolution with 40% infill on my PLA Plus, and it seems to be solid. It's one piece, so it has been much more durable. It does require to change out the wheel, but it is pretty straightforward install. Since I film videos for my YouTube channel using my GT5 transmitter, Having a one-hand steer comes in very handy, and thus this mod comes in as my #1 mod. Hope you found the information useful. Please like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for watching Bigs and Hobbies.